Hi there, the Monk 52 here, of course, and today we're discussing the Plymouth. So yeah, let's take a look in terms of modules here. Aiming systems, the main barrier mod is probably a better option now with the buff, so probably we'll swap out main barrier mod. But this recording was made a little bit before the actual buff here, and these are the current stats for this current game. We've got steering gears because we can't have propulsion mod inbuilt in this boat because British cruiser, concealment mod, and then of course main barrier mod. You want more DACA. In terms of the armour, pretty similar to Belfast 43, 60mm nose, which is overmatchable by 305s, and just slightly over, just the 203s will bounce, so just about the cruiser AP, but not super cruisers or battleships. Pretty low citadel for British ships, so you can actually get some trolley hits in if you're careful. You've got an armor belt here, which can help bounce your shots, including your citadel. So, pretty much an easy dev strike for most things, but you do have the armor belt, so angle and hope for the best, and you can actually bounce a couple of shells. So that's pretty much not bad. Again, Citadel is really low if you compare to like Albemarle, which is just straight up in the water, like straight up a well above the water. This is a waterline Citadel, so pretty good. Commander choice, Bruce Fraser, is what I'd recommend. Agility focus is not really what I'd go for this build, it just seems a bad idea. Mikawa for detectability, and Yamato you need to buff our AP. Our AP is all we have, so buffing the penetration means we just simply get more penetrating hits equals more damage. Beyond range, if you're comfortable with the limited range, you can go Piercer, that's a very good option too. Home run I prefer over before it's too late because you're getting 11 km torps over 10, gives you a bit more usability for your torps. It's always nice to have more range, gives you more options. Also as well, punch through is quite nice. It just, again, more damage, 10% buff damage to your shells, and more penetration, it's always good. Bit more accuracy because you're firing 16 shells, and fully packed, for the actual heal. Smoke and sonar or radar, which is a minor radar, 9.9, 40-second radar, so pretty spicy radar. Honestly, though, I think smoke is just more viable for the Plymouth due to the armor of the boat, and the turret rotation of the guns, they turn pretty slow. But again, maybe with the main barrier mod do help out. You got a sizable 5.7 second reload for Plymouth, which is a lot more competitive than Edinburgh. Arguably, as a British light cruiser, Plymouth is far better than Edinburgh. The only difference Edinburgh has is that 30mm nose and bow, and basically overall armor you can see. Even though reload is worse for 12 guns, which is, again, according to the tier difference, just makes no sense. But then again, you're sacrificing DPM, you're sacrificing tankiness, shall I say, the 30mm plating for DPM, and better radar as well, just again options. But Edinburgh I like to run radar, but again see that you also lose a slight bit on your torps as well, but they're pretty similar. So basically Edinburgh with more guns, with Belfast 43 hull, or armor as people will call me, give me crap for. But yeah, anyway, that's all we're looking for the build options here. Let's dive right into the game. So this is the game here where we're divisioning with Hive here in his live stream. I was playing nothing but destroyers to support his Plymouth obsession, shall I say? Yeah, well, yeah. So this is the few games I actually managed to play the Plymouth, and I thought, Hive's been playing all this time. Let me give it another go. Let's see how it works. So I do like the British cruisers, and the Plymouth is no exception. I do enjoy this boat quite a bit. The main gunpowder just up front alone is very devastating. You catch in DD's broadside, you can almost death strike them or do everything but the deed. It's pretty devastating, and it's a really good boat in the right hands. And just like what a lot of what me and Hive do there, we like to play boats that require a little bit of skill to use, because Plymouth is not just a point and click boat. You need to be very careful of your surroundings. You can get killed very easily, and with British AP, you need to know where you're aiming, otherwise you're just going to get no damage. And the shells are kind of floaty as well, so you need to be wary of a lot of different things, and you got to be careful. And using island cover and firing when you're undetected is very key in this boat. So if you can get shots without using your smoke screens, take them, because you don't have much time. You only got 3 smokes for this build here. Maybe you can run a smokeathon build, but hey, I prefer this build here. That's just my preference. But yeah, you're not going to keep yourself permanently smoked up for the entirety of the game. And also, as well, you need to have someone to spot for you, because at the end of the day, the British cruisers are support ships. They are very good when someone provides them spotting, but if you don't get the spotting, you have to spot for yourself, that's when they explode. So, yeah, a little bit unfortunate. We got some decent hits on the Yamate? The Yamate? Yes, decent hits on the Yamate, guys. Alright, whatever. Decent hits on the Yamato. 15k damage already, which is pretty good for just a couple first salvos here. There's a few bounces again, but again, it's just, you're firing such high quantity amount of shells, it honestly doesn't matter. We're going to slow down here to get a couple more shots of Musashi and not get spotted by the Fletcher, who's just in the cusp of protection there. He does actually spot us, which is a little bit dangerous. We fire, nothing else to lose here. We pop our smoke and start moving forward and slowing down, and just trying to really make sure that no one hits us here. Probably should be going a bit more forward here, but hey, I think I'm focusing to get rid of that Fletcher. The faster I can get rid of that Fletcher, the better, because again, DDs are... He's the only destroyer left. He is key to winning this game. Even if I die, it's worth it to get rid of him. But obviously the plan is not to die. So we're just going to take him out. There we go. We get rid of him. That's 36k, and the only DD is destroyed, which is really crucial for our game here. Try and get a really competitive and get a win for this game here, because we really want to get the kills on the boats. Essentially DDs. Early on kills on DDs is very, very good. Now, we're being a little bit careful here. We're reversing up here. And the problem with these boats is, particularly the British cruisers, because of their inbuilt acceleration sort of thing, they don't really stop very well. They're kind of like playing on roller skates. They do take some time to slow down. This is the problem. And when you turn, they actually retain most of their acceleration. So you'll be very careful about that. And yeah, definitely. So we're going to be pestering the poor Vladivostok and trying to get some potential torps. The Musashi. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to keep pestering and bullying this poor Vladivostok. You know, all the while Hive is bitching and moaning because he's not in his Plymouth and he wants to play his Plymouth. And he's just like, I'm stuck here capping this damn point. And, you know, Mug here is taking my kill in the DD. And it's just like, I've got nothing to do but cap. And then look pretty, you know. And says, well, you do one thing right. You know, he's doing one thing. He's definitely capping. So, yeah. Anyway, 6 bounces in Vladivostok. Vladivostok and the Russian ships typically are quite hard to get a lot of hits in. Again, it could be a skill issue, as people would say. You know, natural response, of course. So, yeah, we're actually getting not much done. He is bow on as well. It's a tough target to crack. So, we'll go for a nice juicier target, which is up broadside Richelieu. Just a significantly better target. We'll get a little more damage there. Not really much more right now, but we're just getting the optimal angles. We need to back up and use island cover and get a bit more shots over this island. There we go. 5 pens. That's pretty decent salvo. There we go. And then 3k. And we're firing 16 shells at this man, so it's gonna hurt soon. Yeah, there we go. Now we're getting the spicy numbers, and of course, as soon as we get the spicy numbers, he starts disengaging, and we're stuck to just shooting. Oh, we still get there. We go. We see Kronstadt. He's looking nice and healthy. Let's see if we can burn him down with the white fire of the British light cruisers, as I like to call it. You know, because obviously it can't set a fire, but they're just persistent. And I've got the red guys on because it looks cool. That's the only reason. Nothing else than that. I know that the red guys can be. Oh, you can see the red guys, and it can make you. It can even make it easier to blind fire. Probably true, yes. But at the same time, I enjoy it. So there we go. That's my reasoning behind it. You can take that in your pipe and smoke it. All right. Anyway, more salvos and Richelieu. He's kind of low. He's probably the best target for us because we can focus him down a little bit. He's a little bit high to our island here, and we're he's probably not the best target for just optimizing damage. And we can't shoot him anymore because of island cover, but he would have been the best target to shoot at, honestly, because he is the thing to fit. You finishing off boats is very important. Do a nasty 7k salvo on that Kronstadt here. I'm careful about firing on him. I do pop a smoke here. Perfect. There we go. Because obviously you would get spotted. Kronstadt, I believe we're close to radar range. We're just checking our smoke firing penalty so we don't actually get ourselves in trouble with the Kansas. I believe our smoke firing penalty is close to 6 kilometers, so we probably can fire one more salvo, if not anything at all. That was definitely our last salvo. I don't think we can fire any more. I don't think our smoke firing penalty will allow this. Oh, yep, nope, we do actually fire here. Bit of a mistake there. Luckily, the Kansas is aiming elsewhere, but it's still risky. We actually got our torps. There we go. We single fired torps from the Kansas, and we just dead strike, man. Just love it. Always a joy, you know. Always a joy to dead strike a battleship with guns and torpedoes using the cruiser as well. Richelieu goes down to Hive's torps and his Summers, the CE edition, so that's very good. And Kronstadt is definitely in radar range, 11.7, so we watch out for that. If he pops his radar, he can get a good broadside salvo on us. We gotta be careful about that. So that's why we're edging forward ever so slightly. I know we're in reverse right now, but our boat is going forward just to get the wee cusp of that island there, just in case he tries something. We can hug ourselves in full forward gear. Use a propulsion mod, or inbuilt propulsion mod, shall I say, to get ourselves into the island here. And we're doing some sizable damage here, and I'm starting to get worried about that Martel, because he is potentially got Hive's name written on it. Hive is running away right behind me. That's always nice, and that's good. That's normal. So we're going to go up here. I'm only kidding. Hive's a very good player, guys, and he knew that obviously the Martel was there and he disengaged. I'm only joshing there, just to confirm, you know. I'm sure Hive is already, you know, thinking of some ways to get you back for this, but you never know. Anyway, as you all know here, Martel is in fact contesting the Alpha Cap, trying to capture it here, but we do get luckily enough to get some reset ribbons on him and make sure that he does not cap that. At least anytime soon we're going to make him work for that cap. Single fire torps here just in case that Vladivostok decides to poke out, which looks kind of like he is. He fires a very cheeky shot on us here. I didn't think he'd arc over the island because he's a Russian boat and the Russian ballistics are very flat, but he just got them, but fortunately they were just on the edge of the boat, which means they're overpenned because our citadel is closer to the middle of our boat. And again, it is also kind of small considering it's a British cruiser, which are usually known for having very large and very high up citadels. So we gotta be careful about how we shoot here because again Vladivostok is present. We're probably not going to shoot yet. Yeah, we're not going to shoot here because we don't want to break our stealth here and have Vladivostok potentially punishes here. Risky if we don't do it. We've got smoke in 15 seconds. I think we can hold on our trigger finger for a little bit. Oh, but what happens is 15 second smoke, it goes down to 2 minutes and 37 seconds because we left the fully packed legendary skill range. Honestly, kind of dumb that it goes back to a full duration. You know, it really should reset or like, you know, just have the countdown because I think that's a full countdown. I don't think that any way in hell that is 14 seconds and equivalent. So a little bit unfortunate, but hey, we're just going to have to wait a bit longer. It's just that's how we go. We're going to be careful. So now we've got to wait 50 more seconds and probably, yeah, there's no one near us for fully packed, so we can't really do much about it. I really want to shoot this Vladivostok. Trigger finger's itching. He's already fired his guns, which means he's got a 30 plus second reload, which means we can get 2 salvos in without actually not worrying about anything. Martel cannot shoot through us, but we can kind of shoot him here. And again, from stealth, we need to aim low here. Again, you never know. You miss all the shots you don't take, as a super cringe basketball saying goes. We're going to fire some more Vladivostok because we can. Every salvo we hit, great. Every salvo we don't hit, you know what? It's nothing wrong. We're not doing anything else with our guns right now anyway. So, we got 1 pen. That could be the decision between winning the game or losing the game. You don't know. You really don't know. And every single wee hits in can mean the difference. You know, it can really mean the world of difference. Every little helps. As for those who know of Tesco, you know, that is a good saying there. Now the shells have a really good trajectory there. We actually done a really good amount of shells on that Martel. I actually think we actually sit it down later on now. We do 10 penetrations here. Let's see if we can do something else. Shells landed really short. Yep, there we go. We got double citadel, almost dead strike the Martel through the crocodile teeth, as I like to call it. Hive does unfortunately get killed by the Martel. We were trying to save him. If RNG liked it a bit more, Hive would be still with us. But hey, we can't have everything. And, RNG taketh, RNG giveth away. So, get full broadside Martel. We shoot him, a couple of shells land short, and we get 7 shatters. Or is it not 7? That's a lot of shatters. Again, shattering on the Martel broadside. Very sus and very suspect here. But RNG screws us. That's unfortunate indeed. RNG is really ruining us here with this Martel. He just needs to die. There he finally dies. But again, RNG is good and RNG is bad. This is where RNG is good because we get 600 health and we actually managed to kill the Vladivostok. So, yeah, we can all bitch and moan about RNG, but I'm gonna say it's nice when it works in your favor. Almost a death strike for the poor Vladivostok. 667 health. That's all we needed, really. As certain people would say, that is 666 more health than we needed. And good thing about Plymouth is you've not got this big super heal that heals for a lot. You've got tons of wee small heals that heal for little bits at a time. And these again are British heals. I believe, I could be mistaken in this, so don't quote me on this. Heal up more citadel damage than usual. So, popping a smoke here, we are very low in health. We need time for our heals to come off cooldown and use them all. We can use a smoke and capture the alpha cap here, which means you've got a 600 point lead, which means, oh well, okay, we just lost another ship there, but we have 2 cap to 1 advantage as of now, which means if we just stay alive, we can do the work of the gods. Now, we've got 4 kills, 207,000 damage. The chance of getting a Kraken is potentially up there. It's unlikely that the Lexington has enough time to kill the Parsifal. I believe the Parsifal is also up full health, so there's no real reason we don't actually have to. We actually have to stay in our smoke screen, which is technically the tactical play here is to stay in the smoke screen and just avoid. But yeah, that is the tactical play here. But again, you know, we're not always tactical. Sometimes we do go for the memes, sometimes we go for the fun here. Now, a bit of a potato play here. We actually get a torpedo because we are the best players ever at times. We're totally not potato. We're always perfect every time of the day. You know, we're totally not plonkers at times. And you know, if you're not a Scottish person or a British person, you might not know what plonker is. It just means like a plonker. It just means an idiot or like a buffoon of some sort. So yes, we are definitely one of those certain times as well. So we did take one tower, but again, we have these we have these tons of wee small heals that heal up for little bits at a time. So again, provided we don't get bombed too hard, we should be okay against Lexington. The Plymouth has meh, and the term meh is my detailed, accurate explanation of Plymouth A. It's okay. It's nothing really to write home about, and it's not really that great either. It's not awful. It's just not great either. It really is. So Parsifal is pushing the B cap, which is the correct play. And yeah, he's actually dropping fighters as well. So this is a pretty good carrier player on our team. I'm quite impressed with his performance. I'm really happy about that. So yeah, so it's just realistically very difficult to sink another carrier in your carrier unless you have like a Parsifal and you're citadeling it, say something that has like the Lexington. And this was only back when we had the magic shield button that we get the older version of it now. We took the Lexington bombs because we're the ultimate chads of Plymouth, you know, and we shoot in one plane just for insult, you know. Oh, two planes! Oh, look at that, 3 planes. Well, what's happening here actually is that we're shooting down fighters. You may think, oh wow, Plymouth's got really good A. We actually shot down a bunch of fighters, and the rest of it, he just hung around us, and this is what he's doing. He's just hanging around us for way too long, giving your chance for A to actually do something. It may seem like you've not really lost many events, and that's true, because we've basically been hit nothing but in the Citadel by that poor Vladivostok, who honestly deserved a death strike on us. But hey, you know what? I'm not complaining about it. You know, I'm happy I survived. That's basically my reasoning. Now, are we going to get the Kraken? We only have about 50 seconds left. Yeah, pretty much 50 seconds left, and we're just approaching the range, or gun range of the Lexington. Now, remember, Plymouth is one thing, but DPM lacking, it is certainly not. It is one hell of a beast in Plymouth, and we really need that character spot. And he's doing it. I can see the plane coming in, but can we do it in 30 seconds? At this point, we just got to keep blind firing in the hope that we get a couple of extra cells, because all we can do is just try. And my god, we got to really try here. Obviously, even if we die, we've actually built ourselves up to 12k health, which is quite spicy. There we go, Lexington gets spotted here. We fire our salvos. We need to make sure that we got the right range, because carriers and Lexington in general is quite fast. So we got to be careful about this. We actually don't mind taking the torpedo. We just need to get these guns going. We've only got a couple salvos left before the game ends. Oh, we're taking them down quite a bit. Can we do it? Can we do it? Oh, 2 seconds left, and we get the Kraken. There we go. 220,000 damage. So yeah, let's see here. 220,000. First blood double strike. Confederate high caliber Kraken devastating strike with a 4.6k base XP with Hive at 2.4 with another 3 more kills, guys. Hope you enjoyed this game as much as I enjoyed playing it, and hope you have a lovely day. If you haven't already, subscribe for more. And yeah, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Bye for now.